Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, and I don't know if I'll put gameplay in the background or just a photo because, yeah, I forgot to charge my camera, and I have a really sore throat at this point in time, so if I get progressively harder to understand, I apologise. But first, a little bit of business. I was in a podcast done on the weekend, and it's now uploaded. I'll leave you a link in the description. In it we talk about Darksiders 2 and Sleeping Dogs and some news. So if you want to go and listen to that, I'll leave a link in the description. Please go and check it out. It's pretty awesome. Now, this video is about gaming today, because by far, in terms of people who enjoy different forms of entertainment, video game players are by far the hardest to please, the most useless, the people who complain all the goddamn time, and they don't really understand how good video games are. And I know I'm guilty of this as well, but I think it needs to be said. Video games right now are the best that they've ever been, and I know that you can say that about anything. You can say that about movies, you can say that about music. So, well, no, you say that about music, I'll fucking put a bullet through your head. But you know what, you understand the technology behind it, and that's what makes everything so much better. Now, when I was a kid, I had a Nintendo 64, and even if it was a shit game, you still enjoyed the hell out of it because it was good. It was video games. And I understand that after 10 years or 15 years that wears off and then you become a lot more critical. But let's face it, in this day and age, we have people complaining that there isn't enough good games to play. There are so many good games out there that you could not give them the time. And that's a fact, because what is it? I think 95% of people who play video games don't even finish them. So there's one statistic. If you actually like a game, why don't you finish it? And another thing that nobody ever does ever in this video game world is go out of their comfort zone. If you only like games like Call of Duty, then you're never going to play amazing games like Fallout or Mass Effect or Witcher or Elder Scrolls. And I could literally name great games for ages. It's criminal, and I don't understand where people get this. Oh, there's no good video games to play. There's none. I can't find any. Bullshit. There are so many good games out there that it's not funny. Infamous, Uncharted, Gears of War is actually not a bad game. I don't like it, but it's not a bad game. Heavy Rain. Experiment with different genres, and there's so many games. I've never in my life seen so many options for people, and I know what people are thinking, but they're all part of a series, and Call of Duty does this, and Call of Duty... People need to shut the fuck up about goddamn Call of Duty, and go and play Mass Effect, or go and play little indie games, or not really indie games, but smaller games, that are so good that pretty much no one bought. Vanquish is a good one. Heavy Rain is another good one. Experiment. See what you like. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. But don't fucking say there are no video games to play, because it's bullshit. There are so many games out there. So many. And a lot of people, but most of the video games are bad. If people say that most of the video games are bad, you clearly never owned a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 had so many fucking games on it that it was criminal, and 95% of them were probably absolute crap. It's unbelievable. People need to experiment. Stop playing FIFA. Stop playing Madden. Stop playing Call of Duty. Stop playing Battlefield. Go and get an RPG. If you've never played one before, start off small. But then, if you start off small with games like Fable, you'll probably fucking hate RPG games because Fable's fucking terrible. But you understand what I mean. Don't jump in the deep end first. Swim in the shallow end. Get to know what you're doing. And then you can move up. I mean, in terms of console, I think the hardest of the hardest of the hardcore would probably be what? Let me think. I can't think. Fuck it. Probably Witcher 2. I mean, that's a very hardcore game. But you know, start off small and you can move up to Elder Scrolls. I mean, Elder Scrolls, if you want to play it, is a hardcore game, but you know, anyone can pick up and play that. I reckon. I believe anyway. Same with Fallout. And then you can move up different games, and then you can understand games. And I don't think people pay any attention to story in video games. I mean, that's a whole different aspect. It's just ridiculous. Don't say there's no video games. There are thousands. And there's a trillion coming out at Christmas. Holy shit, what a year we have. I mean, just off the top of my head, from now till the end of the year. I mean, Borderlands 2, people love the shit out of that. A new Call of Duty, the new Far Cry, the new Assassin's Creed, new Hitman. And then look at what we've got in the future. We've got not Sleeping Dogs. Fuck, what's that Ubisoft game? Watch Dogs, is it? No, I don't think that's the name of it. Something like that. That game looks absolutely amazing. That new game set in France in 2000-something, that looks pretty good. And thousands of other games. And if you have a PC, you have a whole library of indie and downloadable and flash games that you can play that are fun as hell. So what the fuck? There are trillions of games out there. Experiment. Go out of your comfort zone and shut the fuck up. I'm sick of people going, but there's no good video games to play. Maybe if you fucking finish them. Or something. Jesus Christ. And I'm guilty of that. There's a shitload of games I haven't finished. I used to pride myself on saying, well, this is a shit game, but I'm going to finish it anyway. I haven't even finished good games. I haven't finished Kingdoms of Amalur or Darksiders 2 yet. It's ridiculous. You know, and I hate being part of that statistic. I really do want to finish it. I'll finish Darksiders for sure, but Kingdoms of Amalur I really didn't like. I gave it an 8 for a review because when I review a game or I give my thoughts about a game, normally I'll go, is it a good game, yes or no? I mean, is it a good game is a completely different question to, do I like it? That's a lot. I'll do a different video. I think I've already done a video on that anyway. But yeah, so that's about it. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, tell me your thoughts, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Au revoir.